So now,
Didn't we listen to that recently?
Yes, but we didn't listen.
Was that 83?
Mm-hmm.
I listened to that.
When?
10 days ago?
We didn't. I don't think we listened to all of it. We listened only the beginning.
Might have been last week, actually. Still cold. Yeah.
We need to have it open.
No,
Yes.
damp and horrible.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. Makes me feel ill. My head feels all blocked up because it's stupid wet. Horrible. So no music?
Jai Shri Mataji. Good evening, everybody. We will do Namaskar to Shri Mataji. When you do Namaskar, remember to touch your Agya Chakra on the ground and ask Adi Bhumi Devi to absorb all what is troubling your Agya Chakra, and also rub the nose. There's a sign of asking for forgiveness. So we'll all do Namaskar and come. So before putting the bandhan, we can just ascertain on our Agya Chakra to see if we are little bit more or less in thoughtless state. And then we just raise the Kundalini very slowly and put a bandhan. So some days ago, we had done a meditation on attention, and we had seen that it helps a lot to have a stable attention, because meditation is basically everything to do with attention, with a good attention. The deity which can really help us with our attention is Sri Ganesha. We can just put our attention on the Muladhara chakra and see what we feel. And in our heart of heart, we ask for his blessings. Sri Ganesha, you who is the Lord of attention. Please give me a stable attention so that my attention is not dragged towards you, and it is always connected to the divine. Please help me to have my attention on my attention. Before we go ahead, for just a few minutes, we can balance our two canals. First, with the left hand towards Sri Mataji, the right hand towards the Mother Earth. Asking Sri Mataji for her help to evacuate all the problems of the left side. The past, the fear, anxiety, depressive thoughts, laziness, etc. Just see if the circuit starts, that the vibrations come in your left hand and are going towards the Mother Earth through the right hand. Now we can put the right hand on the right lap, the left hand towards the sky, asking Sri Mataji for her help. To evacuate all the problems of the right side. Now we can put down our left hand in our heart, ask the permission of Sri Mataji to go into meditative state. Now we go to Sri Ganesha, ask for his blessings, stabilize our attention. He's the Lord of the attention. He is Chitteshwaraya. Ishwar means Lord, Chitta means attention. So you can just say once the mantra of Sri Chitteshwaraya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Chitteshwaraya Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Now we just listen to a talk of Sri Mataji where she mentions the 4 types of attention. This is the talk given during the Guru Purnima in 1983, where she is also talking about the 3 stages of meditation: Dhyan, Dharana, and Samadhi. Dhyan means meditation, Dharana means sustenance of meditation, and Samadhi means the effects of meditation.
Is not raising you directly. It is a balance. You are all the time in a balance. Remember that. And you have to be extremely careful how far you go with that balance. So now, how do you develop? It's all right, don't worry about the sun. I like it. I only called him this morning. So, how do you manage this attention? Now let us see what are the states of attentions are. Either your attention would be a cunning attention. Anything you see from a cunning angle. Many people develop that in an ego-oriented society. And moreover, if you are sort of possessed by cunning bhoots, then God save you and save others. Like the cunning attention would be that anything you see, you start thinking, what advantage I can take out of this? How much money I can save, you see. It's very, very quick. It would be cheaper this way. If I go by this way, I'll save some time. You see, save pounds, save time, save everything and save your own self. So just to save, you are going on. The attention becomes cunning when you try to save money. Save here, save there, with your own calculations. But if you try to save the money spontaneously, actually there's nothing to be tried, just it happens that you save. But the cunning attention tries all the time to be smart about things. It argues, it gives explanations. Is it better? These days it's such a cheap thing that you go mad, really. Like I had a ticket to go to America. I said, don't give me an expensive ticket, first class, or I'll go buy a cheap ticket. So they gave me a ticket of such a kind that I would never have come back to London, at least for a year. And I would have lost in that American English, actually, somewhere. So it's so much I've worked out, this into that. That kind of a horrible attention is useless. Leave it. Forget it. With that saving also, I have not seen anybody becoming rich. Like I want to go and buy some paint. So we buy some paint, then they think, all right, if we bring it back, then how can we return it? What should we do this, that, nonsense. All the time the mind is on that level. I'll give you an example. The other day, we got some paint to paint the glass. See the subtle sort of it. You see, in the gross there's a subtle indication. And the paint was brought. And then It was worth nothing, 80p or something, all right. I mean, I can afford it. So that's why I bought. If you can't afford, don't buy. So they said, now we should return. I said, but why? Now it's come out, now go and return. You spend so much petrol going there. If you want to calculate also, it's stupid and the time will be wasted. No, but mother, you see, ultimately we save 2p. I said, all right, now I'll save a lot of money and I'll show you how. I took that paint and painted many things which looked like glass or which was stone-like, this, and the whole thing looked so beautiful. So the mind that is destructive is only calculating. If you have such a mind, know yourself that you have to get rid of that kind of a calculation. Cheap things you should just keep in the center. You should not be, of course, overindulgent, but you should not be also going for all the time for this kind of a calculation, because you are wasting your important awakened attention, which very few people have in this world. Must know that you are realized souls. You are not ordinary, mundane type of people. You are special people, and you are not to waste your attention in useless calculating money, P and this and that. Let's go ahead. What happens? Let's see. I never calculate, you know that, but I live very cheaply. And you can also do that. This attention, cunning attention, is also very fussy attention. Here it starts saving money. And then there it is in the evening, it must drink. So all the saving of P goes into the gutters of drinking. Just think, the sum total of such a personality is what? So this mentality has to be controlled, especially for ego-oriented people are extremely calculating most surprising things. But the people like Indians who are not calculating are not so rich. They are very generous. They always have money for Sahaja Yoga. I've had never a problem of money with them. Never. Because they are not so calculating. To them, to do for others, not for yourself, but for others. To spend for others. If they have come to our house, all right, open your heart. Now this is the time to spend. Not for drinking and self-indulgence, but for the indulgence of doing for others. That's their practice and tradition. So, in this respect, you have to take to that tradition. Oh, they have come, let's spend now. What can we do? This is the main thing one should understand. Those who are mostly self-indulgent are extremely miserly people. So the attention which is cunning is the worst attention, because you see, cunningness also cheats yourself. It is cunning with you. And you think, oh, I've been smart enough, you see, I've saved 2p. But you have lost your soul. You are no more a Sahaja Yogi. I'll give you an example. I told somebody that keep the van down there. Go by train. This van seems to be a horrible van. And there was a lot of, you see, explanation with both the fingers going on like this to me, you see. And I got so fed up with the bombshells coming on me that I said to go ahead. And the thing fell. And the thing got spoilt or whatever it is out of order now. So they had to do what I was telling them. Without the bombshell, if they had listened to me, it would have been all right. So your attention should not be on saving material things and worldly things and all that. But attention itself must be saved. Ask a question, where is my attention? I've seen in the program, some people are concentratedly listening to me, but some people cannot. Some are concentrated for a short while, and some get disinterested after some time. Some are looking there, some are looking there. So how much attention you have saved is the only concern of a Sahaj Yogi. Forget about others. They are all garbage cleaners, you see. Forget about others who are not seeking, who are not of your quality, but you are a quality. Now what do you have to save? For example, somebody is a king. He doesn't bother of 2p being saved. I don't know, Baba, these days. I can't say definitely. They must be also doing that kind of a thing, But what is he bothered? To save his grace, to dignity. But for a Sahaj Yogi, the most important thing is you must save your attention. It's called as Chitta Nirodha. Nirodha, saving of your attention. Where is it going? It's such a precious thing for me. Where is it running? Then how do you save your attention? Is through concentration. Concentrate. Try to concentrate. Don't allow your attention to wobble. Gradually, you will develop concentration. You can watch my photograph. It's the best. Concentrate. Bring it in your heart. Let it be integrated in your heart. You are lucky people. You don't have to build up a photograph and then give it up because it is just a avalambana, means it's just a dependence, and then you remove it. It's a complete dependence for you and a load for me of complete joy. So when you are concentrating in Sahaja Yoga, absolutely fully in Sahaja Yoga, then you are controlling, saving your attention one. This is one type of people. Then the another type of an attention, what we call, are the people who are sort of take a very negative attitude. The first are the positive, so-called positive, who are saving money, saving everything. That is useless. Now the second type are the archbishops of all that is disaster, misery, mishaps. This type of an attention. If you read newspaper every morning, you will have an attention like that. All the newspaper people have that kind of an attention, to find where is the disaster. I mean, in a sinister way, they feel happy there's a disaster. I've seen people, oh mother, I came to the seminar, but the problem is, you see, there was no water. The attention is in finding disasters, within and without. What happened? There's a disaster. What happened? I lost a pin. Absurd to have such stupid ideas. They will cry and weep and make everyone miserable. Oh, I'm so miserable. What? My husband doesn't talk to me. Or my child is not with me. Such people are extremely self-indulgent as far as their relationships are concerned. They make everyone like that. Oh, the person didn't talk to me nicely, and he was this way and that way. They feel hurt at the slightest touch. And by that, they think they are saving their emotions, if not the material thing. Such people are very frightened people to talk to anyone. And anybody says nice things also, they get a fright. Like this, they'll frown. The reason is they do not know what they have to save. It's not their emotions at all. There's no need to save your emotions. You are protected. What does it matter if somebody says anything to you? You are above there. Nobody can touch you. You are wasting your attention all the time by trying to save your emotions. There's nothing to be frightened of anyone. Because somebody is going to say something harsh word, that's why you don't want to do something. Such compromising people, so-called, have not understood Sahaja Yoga. There is no compromise in Sahaja Yoga at all. It is just like a diamond. Diamond will remain a diamond, whatever you do. It's forever and ever. It's like that. So one has to understand that the attention should not be allowed to drift into this kind of an indulgence which is of a drunkard. That they are the most miserable people, the drunkards are. Just imagine. They'll be always crying, weeping, and people would think they are very miserable. So what you have to save at that time is your attention from such indulgences into useless expression of your fear about your emotions. See, now today they sang the song. The song did fill me, completely brought out some of the expressions which would not spontaneously come out at this time. But the greatest thing it has done is to remind me that you are God. You are not to get frustrated. You have to look after all of them, and you are powerful. How dare you suspect yourself or feel frustrated? That thing which is so much reflecting like a mirror, I see my mirror. In the same way, you should also have your emotional understanding. And the emotions should be your mirror. You should see yourself in your emotions, how you behave, how you treat, how you talk. So such people should always keep a mirror and feel elevated. You are a Sahaja Yogi. And the mirror, in the reflection, you should see me and not yourself. Sometimes I get really frustrated with Sahaja Yogis, very much. Then I just stand before the mirror and I say, now, come along. You are the one who has all the powers, who has all the chakras awakened. None of the advents had this. You are the one who has created this world, and you are the one who has to save it. So now get up. Not to lose courage. Not to worry. Only in emotional things I sometimes feel that now I'll have to give up some of them completely. They're my children as a mother, not as a guru. For a guru, they don't have problem. And then the stirring up comes in within myself that no, even if I have to give up, doesn't matter, I have to raise. Absolutely. And with that power, it works. So the reflection should be of me, of something that is ideal before you. The one that gives you energy, like this song. And not the reflection of a miserable person. Christ standing before you as in the Sistine Chapel, and not some miserable skeleton, which is even worse than you. So create those images of your mother, which you should see in your emotions, and rise. This is the second type of attention you have to control. The third one is a very horrid, idiotic one. The idiotic one comes from the second type, where the person is emotionally indulging. That is the A of the third. And the B of the third comes from the first type, which is stupid. So we have two types of people. One idiotic and another are stupid. But in Indian language, there's only one word, especially in Marathi, is murkha. They don't, for them both categories are the same, as if the circle meets at the same point. I mean, English language in some ways is good, at least it differentiates between the murkhas. Like they can be stupid or they can be idiotic. You see, because of psyche being so confused here, that psychologists have brought out, some are schizophrenic, some are idiots, some are stupid, some are donkeys. So, this, the third type, is the worst, is most frustrating for me. They'll stick on to me like leeches, they'll be saying stupid things all the time. Just can't bear an idiot, isn't it? They can bore a person. I mean, all sorts of this put together is called as murkha. So I don't want to analyze it, it's a bit too much. So that kind of an attention you have, then you better keep quiet. Don't talk. Just listen to others what they talk, what they say. There are some people who will just go on talking, irrelevantly, uselessly wasting their energy. And such people are always friends of the cunning. The cunning and such people go hand in hand. Because the cunning wants to befool someone, and the fool wants to be befooled. Like a king will have a jester. It's like that, you see, these combinations work out. So for such people, the best thing is to keep quiet, preserve all their attention, all their energies just for cleansing. All this idiocy will pass away very soon if you try to preserve yourself. Don't talk. Don't say things which are stupid, which are idiotic. Just keep quiet and watch others. Sometimes such people can become very great vehicle of God's power. But if they do not take to stupidity and idiocy. This is the type of people, three types I would say. But the fourth type are the people who lead a life of concentration. I mean, a person who is working very hard, say in the office, is a very remarkably successful person, and is this and that and that and that and that, is also very concentrated. Somebody who works very well anywhere with a concentrated mind is concentrated. A housewife who looks after her husband and children is very concentrated. And a husband who looks after his family and his things very in a concentrated way. They know how to paint well, they know how to do things, and their hands are deft and they know everything. But such people can have a very immobile attention, very immobile, like plastic. Or you can call it like rubber. At the most, to improve on it, we can say, like some of the things I've seen which you use for damp proofing. See, you just apply it, after some time it's just parched into it. They just can't get out of it. They just can't. They can't enjoy anything. Unless and until you show them a file, you can't talk to them. You see, if you have to talk to such a person, better take a file before you. And before starting, you put the file before. If it is on the file only, they will see. But if you talk, they said, make a file. Very parched. And they cannot enjoy life. There's no mobility. They cannot be creative. They can be creative only as far as their style is concerned, but not the creative of the joy. So that kind of concentration is there. Concentrated effort people put in. Like there are people who are fanatics. They are very concentrated in their effort, extremely. That's how all these religions have spread, like Christianity, Islam, Hinduism and all that, because they had a concentrated effort of fanaticism. Concentrated effort. If you read the letters of Paul in the Bible, you will see the concentration of it. You go there and you go there and establish a church and do this and what have you done. And very organized, very systematic, absolutely moving like a belt on a machine. And they all the time have that after effects of that movement. Charlie Chaplin has shown in his picture Modern Times. I used to enjoy that very much. That used to tie up a belt, you see, standing for about an hour. And then after some time, when he was released of the job, he used to go on like that. That kind of an attention. That is concentrated, means stuck onto something. It's not that. It's not penetrating. Because if your attention doesn't become by concentration subtler and subtler, then it is not that, but it is getting stuck. And the stuck attention is of no use for Sahaja Yoga. Such people, I do not know, will never be saved perhaps. So-called successful. They'll go with all their badges, everything. And God will say, go back, gentlemen, you are not yet been passed through the customs. There is another organization which works much faster, much smarter way, and a very specially efficient thing. So these people will be just stuck people. Now there are fourth type of people which are concentrated. They are intense, deep. They penetrate. Because they are living minds. They are not dead, parched minds. They have living mind. They penetrate. I watch sometimes. I ask some people, what do you think of a particular person? Immediately I know what they talk. If they just talk in a mundane way, he's a fine person, he's a bad person, this thing, that thing, then I know what it is. Very superficial, shallow. But a person who sees the possibilities and the potentialities of its awakening and the problems a person is facing, then I know that he is the one who has that concentration into the subject. And the subject of Sahaja Yoga requires the maximum penetration. Because Sahaja Yoga, if you have understood, I don't know if you have understood or you are aware of it or not, but is learned through experience and through nothing else. You have to experience and then believe into it. It is not that what I told you is a conditioning on your mind, nothing. You experience it yourself and learn. But those who have that penetrating intelligence, who have that penetrating love, emotions, and those have that penetrating movement of their understanding, they are the one who experience, learn, experience, learn, experience, learn. They do not allow their mind to play on them. No, no, no. This mind of mine has got experiences of the past and is based on that. No, I have to take every day a new experience. And that experience must be silenced within me, must be sustained within me, must be conditioned within me. Sahaja Yoga experiences are the good conditionings. How can it be? I have seen it, I have faced it, I have had it. How can it be? But for that also to have the best experiences, first condition is of Rutambhara, Pragya, where you should be of that level that you really get those experiences. Otherwise you will be just a mundane type of person all the time. And you may live with me But you will not have those experiences. You will not have that blissful feeling. Nothing. That joy. So this penetration starts by your meditation and sustenance of the meditation and the samadhi seed sprouting, manifesting the new dimension. This sort of an attention one has to develop by watching the attention. Chitta Nirodha. As you watch your money, as you watch your road when you drive, as you watch your child when it is growing, as you watch the beauty of your wife or the care of your husband, all put together, you watch yourself, your attention. Where is it going? Where is it lagging behind? What is happening to my attention? Such people have no problems. You'll be surprised that such people, when they want to do something, it becomes dynamic. They can work it out. Nobody has any problem. And if there is a problem which you are facing all the time, and you know that there's something wrong with you, something is wrong with the instrument. If you don't have a tin cutter and you start using a knife to cut a tin, it doesn't work out, then you'll say the tin is something wrong with the tin or something wrong with you. No, it's wrong with the instrument, and that instrument has to be correct. When the instrument is all right, after all, with all the powers you have, with all the blessings you have, and the source of power behind it, everything should work out. It should work.
So now we have heard Sri Mataji on the different types of attention one can have. And Sri Mataji has asked us to work it out through our meditative processes. And the 3 stages of meditation: Dhyan, Dharana, and Samadhi, which we have to attain. The meditation, once it is in Samadhi state, when you are completely one with the divine, our attention automatically goes on our attention. It can be on our attention all the time. And to be in that meditative state, to go in that meditation, we have to go through the stage of thoughtlessness. Nirvichar. There are not many methods to be in the nirvichar state. The main method is of forgiveness. So we can all do it together. Put our right hand on the forehead and bend the head a little bit forward. And we say, Mother, I forgive everybody, everybody. if you have got any grudge against anybody, you can say that name in your mind. Say, okay, mother, from today, I forgive that person. Please give me the courage, give me the power to forgive that person. Completely. So long as we don't forgive, we remain in the past. And you can do that again, is to rub your hand from left to the right and shake it on the right hand side as if you are taking out something which is stuck on your forehead. And at that same time, every time we say, Mother, I forgive, Mother, I forgive, Mother, I forgive. Let's do it together. I forgive myself also. I forgive my thoughts. Now, you can put your right hand on your right lap and try to see that thoughtlessness. If you have attained little bit of that thoughtlessness on your Agya Chakra. Thoughtlessness is called Nirvichar. And the state of thoughtlessness is called state is Titi. And that one who can bestow upon us that state is called Pradayini. It's a mother, please bestow upon me the state of thoughtlessness. It's very, very important because unless and until we are thoughtless, we cannot go ahead in our meditation. So you can just very humbly say once the mantra of Nirvichar Sthiti Pradayini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Nirvichar Sthiti Pradayini Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. So Sri Ganesha, who is the Lord of attention on the Muladhara level, he gives us the power of controlling our attention. And on the Agya Chakra, he helps us as Lord Jesus Christ to go into that thoughtless state. Just see for a few moments if you feel that thoughtless state on your Agya level. Because now we are going to enter in the kingdom of Sri Mataji, the goddess of the world, Adi Shakti. When we go to see some personality, some mayor, some president, we try to put our dress properly, our tie, our shoes, our whole attire. So when we go to see Sri Mataji, what we have to take care? Is to see if you are thoughtless, first of all. If you have that purity of Sri Ganesha, so that we can approach her for her blessings. So now, very slowly, we enter that kingdom of Sri Mataji. In the Sahasrara, we can put our right hand on the Sahasrara and massage it slowly. Put our head slightly in front with full humility. We ask the blessings of Sri Mataji to remain in this state, in the thoughtless state, in the doubtless state. You can say once the mantra of Sri Nirvikalpa Sthiti Pradayini, one who gives us the state of doubtless awareness. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Nirvikalpa Sthiti Pradayini Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. We can raise our hand a little bit. Try to see what we feel. And raise it a bit more. Try to feel the cool breeze. And we can take down our hand. Now the second part of the meditation starts. The most important. Is the being part. We have done with the doing part. You have heard Sri Mataji's talk. You have said the mantra. You have heard the music. You have done the massage. The being part is just to absorb in our Sahasrara. Just try to feel your Sahasrara. Try to feel the vibrations. There are no thoughts. No hindrances. Just absorption. You just remain in this state for about 10 minutes. In a complete silent state. Don't let your mind get distracted. If you don't feel the vibrations on the Sahasrara, if you still want to do the doing things, raise your Kundalini or massage the Sahasrara or just put a bandhan on Sahasrara. You feel the vibrations, just keep on absorbing, feeding yourself. Feeling our pictures. I do not know if you feel the vibrations on the Sahasrara. Feel the silence within in complete joy, complete Nirananda. Will remain in this state for some more moments. Normally this deep blissful state, every day if possible, be able to attain it at least 20-30 minutes. So that the effects, the samadhi, are tangible in our day-to-day life. The chitta nirodha is automatic. Now we will say the 3 mantras of Sri Mataji, and afterwards, if some of you want to still remain in the meditative state, we can. It's advisable to say the 3 mantras if some people want to finish the meditation. But before saying the mantras, just thank Sri Mataji in the bottom of our hearts for the lovely meditation she gave us. To be in her domain, in her vicinity. Thank you, Sri Mataji. So we'll say the 3 Mahamantras.
श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
So those of you who want to finish the meditation can do Namaskar to Sri Mataji, the Bandhan. And those of you who want to continue, I'll put some music so that we can continue in our meditative state. Thank you, Sri Mataji. Have good meditation. See you next time. Jai Sri Mataji.
Thank you.